So, there's not many times I go to Reddit. Okay, I'm lying. I go to Reddit a lot. Okay. I love Reddit. Reddit is like the cesspool of the internet, and you kind of get a lot of information from a lot of different sources. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It's like very mixed bag of sources, right? So, somebody posted on Reddit and said, "What would you want in the Z Fold 6?" And we've talked about many times in the channel things I would love to see, which is a bigger outside display, more like a Google Pixel Fold type outside display. I would love to see a bigger battery. I think 4300 is just unacceptable. I think 5000 should be like the standard moving forward. But other than that, there's not many other things I would say. Like, there's not many other things I think wrong with the Z Fold 5 that I think needs to be upgraded. Obviously, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor, add that in there. But other than that, I can't complain. Well, here's what Reddit had to say. Personally, I want a bigger battery, at least a 1080p out of the screen. I wouldn't mind a 200 megapixel back camera. It's not particularly necessary. An improvement to the inner screen camera is needed. 4 megapixel is awful. Now, I will say the 4 megapixel, again, keep in mind, it's an under-display camera. You're not really going to get that big of a lens in there. To have it be something, I don't know what he wants, like a 48 megapixel. If you go 48 megapixels, you go anything bigger than a 4, you're going to have to be a punch hole camera in the side, kind of like the Google Pixel Fold, or kind of like how Oppo or OnePlus does their Open. So that's definitely going to be a thing, and if that's a thing, you're going to have bezels. And if you have bezels, then you have people complain about that. Wonder how 4K videos look under the screen anyway. So, first comment said, I carried the S23 Ultra as my primary, but I started using the Fold 2 as a mini tablet. I'm loving it. If a Fold had a 10 times camera and an integrated S Pen, I might consider switching to Fold as my primary. So they want a pen silo and they want a 10 times optical zoom on the Z Fold 6. Okay. The screen has to be more reliable and a lower price. Don't give a crap about the rest. I have the S23 Ultra, so all I want is the gimmick of the foldable display. Well, I will say you're not going to get a lower price, right? And if you're asking for more stuff to be added to the to the Z Fold 6, you're going to just increase the price, right? Or it's going to stay the same. One of the two. Now, I will say to the aspect of screen reliability, I think they're gonna listen. Technology can only go so far. Okay, that's pretty much that. I mean, technology can only go so far when it comes to foldable glass, how durable it is. I'm sure it'll be a little bit more durable, but it won't be to a point where I think that a lot of people want it to be, where our fingernail cannot break it. Someone said a passport size foldable, please. A long screen is less usable than a wide for me. And I think that's what a lot of people are kind of going with, is they don't want the outside display to be as long and narrow. They want a, more Google Pixel Fold S type outside display, which is what we are kind of hearing right now from a lot of rumors, that the outside display will be more or less like a Pixel Fold or OnePlus Open. Brighter display, whiter outside display. No crease on the screen. You're not going to get that. Sorry about this. You're not going to get that. Titanium body, which makes it lighter. Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor. 50 megapixel, 3 times telephoto camera with bigger sensor. Okay, so we're going for the titanium body. Interesting. Bigger main camera sensor. 108 or 200 megapixel. Improved selfie camera with a 10 or XDR 10 plus. Support bigger battery, 4700 milliamp or more. 45 watt charging, built-in S Pen. Holy crap! So what they want is a Galaxy S24 Ultra and a Galaxy Z Fold 6 combined. Let me tell you one thing. You're not going to get... If you want that, the price tag's going to be $2,500. That's going to be a $2,500 phone. You just listed every good feature that might be on the S24 Ultra, except for the cameras. The cameras you actually... I don't know, actually. You said 50 megapixel 3 times telephoto with bigger sensor. Yeah, you get 200 megapixel. You're going to... That's the S24 Ultra type aspects. You're going to be paying probably $2,200 there. These are good, but titanium is heavier than aluminum. It is heavier and stronger, so they need less of it to protect the phone. But it also costs a lot more. Keep that in mind. Titanium costs so much more than aluminum costs to produce. So the more resources you're adding price tag-wise to the device, the more expensive the device will become. I don't think a lot of people really understand that, go with that. And this is something I would love to see. A memory expansion slot, which, again, an SD card slot, which would never happen because then people wouldn't buy the more expensive phone storage options in reality. So that's why that's never going to happen. Just fun food for fact there. But they said a bigger, normal aspect ratio outside display, which is probably what we're going to get. Thinner and lighter. I don't know how you're going to get... Okay, hold up. You want a pen silo, but you want it to be thinner and lighter. You're not going to get thinner and lighter if you want a pen silo. Ultra cameras, so you want the Galaxy S24 Ultra cameras, or maybe 23. Memory expansion headphone jack. That's the first time I've seen somebody actually say, let's bring back the headphone jack. I don't think they're going to do that, to be honest. The Fold really should be a flagship model now and have equivalent hardware. Again, like I said, if you're going to add in the two things, you're going to kind of counter yourself here. You can't keep the price tag low if you want a Galaxy S24 Ultra and a Z Fold 6 combined. The price tag's not going to be lower. 10 times, wait, my bad, I got to go up a little bit higher here. 10 times zoom camera, internal storage for the stylus, so I can have my wallet case without wasting case space for the stylus. So they want, again, the pen silo inside the phone and 10 times zoom camera. I think some of these are very realistic. The 10 times zoom camera, I think, could happen. I don't think the pen silo will happen, but it's possible. I think the outer display being, bigger is going to happen. That's definitely, has been talked about and rumored / looked into. And I think there will be some things that they talk about here that could happen. Aluminum, the titanium body. I don't think we're going to see many features, though, from the Galaxy S24 Ultra brought over to this phone. And again, a lot of it is price tag, man. A lot of it is price tag, and also, they want something to have in their pocket for the Galaxy Z Fold 7. But I think the aspect ratio of the outer display is definitely going to be changing and different. That's something that has been rumored / confirmed by a lot of different sources, so we can expect that. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one.